So in this demo, we're going to show how to use to communicate with Allen Bradley PLC with Node and using an Ethernet IP module. The module we're going to use is Seraphim Tech module, which is my library on GitHub, because it has a lot more features than the original Ethernet IP module. And that's going to install. It'll take a few seconds. We're running this. This is just on a Windows machine. And I have a Compact Logix PLC connected to the Ethernet network, network switch. So now, next we will write a script. First thing we want to do is import the module. And we're going to need a controller. The first thing we want to get from this controller is the tag list. So we're going to need the tag list. Next, we want to initialize the controller. And we'll just call it PLC. And it's going to be a new controller. And then we are going to want to connect to it. This is where we type in the IP address. Blanked on the IP address for a second. Then, throw it in right here. Then we're going to do make this an async function. And now, next thing we're going to do is create a tag list. So we're going to declare our tag list. And now we're going to do a synchronous function to have the PLC get all its controller tags and program tags. So I'll get all the tags on the entire controller. We just pass the tag list in, and that's where it's going to store it. Once we're done with that, take a look at what the tags are. We'll save that. And now we'll run that script. So we'll type node demo1.js. And there you can see we have all our tags. So this tag list object is an array of the tags, and it's also a templates object which has all the templates in it that are used by these tags. And here's in the tag they have an ID number and a name, and the type is well, we don't know what the type is because it just shows the object here. Some of them from the names you can tell, a timer, integer. These are tags I made to test out this, to do tests of the library on. Down here are templates. Here named some templates. These are some user-made templates. And here's like a controller, native controller template, such as a timer, and a string, and a message. So next, what should we do next? Well, we're going to want to read one of these tags maybe and see what's on it, what the value is of it. So how are we going to do this? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to need a tag or possibly even a structure. So with simple values like integers and bits that are not structures, we'll just use the tag. And if we need to read something that's a structure, then we'll use a structure. So what should we read? Well, we can go back to our list, and we have this integer 2. Let's try integer first, which will be a tag, I think, but how do we know for sure? Well, let's look at this tag right here. We can get information on it by a couple ways. It's in the array, so we can go find out which number it is in the array under tag list and see what it is. Or we can use a built-in function that'll get it for us. So tag list, we can get tag, and this will be the tag name, and we'll call integer 2 as the name. We can see the information on that integer 2. So now let's run this again. And this is the integer 2 tag information. So under the type, we have code, some other information, and you can see right here, if it's a structure, it is false. It's not a structure. The type is a double integer. So now we can go back and know that we can use a tag since it's not a structure. So we will put a tag here, and it's going to be a new tag, and under here we put the name. It's the string name of the tag name, which is integer 2. And if it was, since it's a controller level variable, we don't need to put a program name in. If it was under a program scope, then we'd put the program name in. But we don't have to put any program name because it's under controller scope. So now after we declare that, now we actually have to read it. And we'll do that by reading tag function under the PLC. We'll just put the tag, pass the tag in there. Now it'll read that tag. And now, after it reads it, we can display the whole tag, or we can just display the value of the tag. So now, go back to here, and now we're going to read that tag, and the value of that tag is 0. So that's a double integer called integer2, and it's not a structure, and its value is 0. So next, we'll go and see if we can read a structure. One thing to remember is strings are structures. So if we can look at some strings here, see if we can find a string. Let's try string 2. So I think string 2 is a structure, but if I were to look at this, it would say, under structure, it would say true. Oops. Right here. So now let's try and get a tag that's a structure. So strings are structures, and if I would have looked up how we looked up the integer 2 to see if it was a structure or not, it would say, under structure, it would say true. But so we can type structure in here, and let's look at a name of a structure. Let's get the name of a string, and let's pick string 2. So do string 2. And when we make a structure, we have to throw in the tag list object, because it's going to use that tag list to build that structure. So now, and basically everything else stays the same. Except I gotta put this after we actually read the tag list. We'll save that. Then we'll go back. And we'll run this. And that string looks like it's empty. Let's try a different string. See if we can get a string that has something in it. There's another one, string 3. So we'll just change the name here. String 3. And the string, it says reset. So at one point I set the value of that string to reset in that controller. And then we can look at some more complicated objects, say like a timer. If you wanted to read the entire timer object, you can. So what we could do is just, there's a timer object, there's a timer called timer1. We'll save that. And now we can go and run this, and it should show the entire timer object. And it comes back as an object with each value. So you see like a preset 0, the accumulator is 1000, enable is true, TT is false, done is false. Okay, and that's pretty much how you read tags and structures. Post any questions you have in the comments and I'll try to answer them. Thanks for watching.